Hey guys, this is Katie with Vintage and Vinyl back with another great video for you today. And of course, I am kicking off the Christmas season with a great Christmas reading series. Now, I know that there's another channel right now that is still having a sale, and I apologize for going live right now. I try not to topple over anybody, but it's really getting hard to find a time slot. And Jeannie at Vintage, I keep wanting to say Vintage Collectibles because that was her name, but Norma Jean Plus One had a sale at 5 today, and we alternate Mondays. And I just found out that the month of December, she will not be having a live sale. So every Monday, I'll be able to do the Christmas reading series at 5 o'clock. But today was a little different because she had the live sale at 5, and then Lucid had a sale at 9 with Tania, Hemlock Lady. And so I was sort of waiting until after their sale, but their sale is still going on and it's getting pretty late, and I wanted people to have a chance to catch this reading series. So I'm sorry to the other folks that are still live. I really didn't want to topple over you, but again, I wanted to make sure that this live was able to go out and people could enjoy the reading series since I did promote it, and I know people were looking forward to it. And I have a special guest that's going to join me tonight. I've got Angela Marksberry. She's a great content creator for lots of lives and pregame shows, and she makes the calendars for us all. And so she's going to be with me tonight, chatting and having fun. Hi, Nancy. Thanks so much for joining. And I'm going to bring in Angela. She's in the back. Hi, Angela. How are you doing?
All right. Hello.
I'm so glad you could join me for this late night live chat.
This is weird on this side of the screen.
Yeah, I know it's very different than our normal setup, isn't it?
Here's one of my pins I got. I was talking about I was going to stick on my hat.
Oh, I love that.
A little snowflake.
I love that. That's so adorable.
My brother bought me this new cap.
That's great. I love cozy hats.
I know. I had to like really squeeze it on here. I got a lot of hair.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I used to have hair pretty long like that, and it's thick, and I know how that is getting it into one of those hats. I've got this pin on today. It's a little Christmas mouse. I got it from Michelle at Newton's Cupboard, and this is in honor of the book we'll be reading today, which is Christmas Joys, with a little mouse featured. And for all of you guys that do not care for mice, you guys can stay around for the chat portion of this. And then if you don't really want to see the little mouse fella in the book, you can click off if you are afraid of mice. I know several people in our community do not care for mice, like I don't care for clowns. But if that bothers you, it will not hurt my feelings. I know I'm reading several books this Christmas that feature mice, and we will just skip past that. But of course, I will go ahead and show you. I don't think that this little guy looks scary at all. He's not the typical rodent that you see coming out of your attic or something that's scary. So he looks more like a teddy bear, if that helps all of you guys that are afraid of mice.
Oh man, too bad I don't have some bells. I could like chime
the bell
when you turn the page. Like,
wouldn't that be great? I wish I could have you holding the book, like you had a copy too, and you could hold up the graphic.
I know. I was just thinking that. I'm like, oh man, that would be fun.
I got this. I really wish I could have remembered the Instagram seller. I bought this from an Instagram seller like months ago. And I have to go back and find their name. So I'm sorry I'm not able to promote their Instagram, but I bought this off of one of their paper ephemera sales they were having. And I think it's one of the sellers that participates in the show and sell vintage sellers on Instagram, that group of people that sell. I think Corey, the thrifted artist, sells with them, and Patrick does, and a few other people. So I'll find their Instagram and link them down below for sure, so that they get the credit, because this is just an adorable little book. It's a Rand McNally Junior Elf book. It is from 1980. And this is the first book we'll be doing in the series. So there's the copyright date there. So we'll get to this reading in just a second. But Angela, you can tell us a little bit more what's going on in your world.
Yeah, it's like I said, work was pretty crazy today with the non-order on Friday, and just so many things came in today, and then our pill counter is not working again. So,
oh no, and you just got it fixed.
And I don't know. I feel like maybe it's overheating because it's, we can't turn it off because we're afraid it's not going to turn back on. So, like, it's almost like, okay, it works for a couple of days. It has to take a break for a couple of days. And so it's just a little hectic today.
Oh boy, I bet you had lots of things to do by hand, which just takes forever in a year, I bet.
And then I walked out of work and I refused to bring my jacket in because I didn't want to go all the way upstairs to hang it up. And so when I walked out, it was like 27 degrees. I was like, oh my God, where's my coat?
That's the worst.
I'm like, oh my gosh. I mean, with the hot flashes, I could handle it, like walking to the car. But as soon as I get there, I'm like, okay, jacket, zip.
Get warm.
Too much. I'm like, this is too fast. I'm not ready.
Well, we always sing in Florida, if you don't bring an umbrella, it's going to rain. But if you bring an umbrella, it's not going to rain and you won't need it. So it's always that paradox there. You're trying to figure out what to do.
I know, because the other morning I came in and I was like, okay, it's 30 now, but it's going to be 50 later, so I can leave it. But today it was like 30 to 20.
Oh, that's so strange.
I'm like, great. It actually snowed a little bit this morning.
Really? Snow? Yeah. We don't get any of that here.
Yeah, luckily it was just more like just flurries, so nothing like stuck. Not ready for that.
Well, then the last time it snowed was in 1989 here, and there's photos. I'll have to post the photos on Instagram of our bridges closing down because of the ice. No one in Florida really knows how to drive in snow and ice, and it's just wild to see the whole downtown area covered. And it wasn't much. I think it was like an inch or something worth of snow. But it's wild to see the downtown area and the bridges like all covered in snow and people at traffic stops really confused as to how to drive in it. It's just wild to see for Florida.
I know, shockingly enough, they still do that in Illinois, even though they get snow every year.
Hi, Gina Marie. Thanks so much for joining. Yes, I'm sure, you experience that even with the snow, people don't know how to drive, just like people here don't know how to drive in the rain.
It's crazy.
It is.
I was just like looking around. I'm like, okay, do I have anything with a bell or like a chime? But no, I don't think so.
I know. I wish I had been more prepared with something like that. That would be fun. Maybe you can join me I'll be reading, what's next? Let's see. Is it Anti-Claus? Yes, I'll be reading Anti-Claus next, which is really fun. So maybe that will be on November the 7th. So maybe you can come on and ring a bell for me then.
I know. We have one of those bell wreaths. I don't know if it's like, a special one. Like I saw in one of the sales the other day, they had mentioned they were talking about one of the bell wreaths. So if you could find like a certain one that was like, like worth it, like special. But ours, the little like bow twist are kind of like bent all up. Got to get I can shake the wreath or something. It's all made of bells. I know I have some tiny little like craft, like they're like those big bells in the other room. But yeah, maybe for the next one, I'll have my little bell necklace.
I have jingle bells here, but that's about
I have my little Avon ceramic cardinal bell in the other room.
Oh, that would work.
Okay. Well, you talk, and then I'll go grab that real quick.
Okay, perfect. Okay, Gina's saying, I'm sure Florida people don't have snow shuffles. Wow, that would be a good acting warm-up exercise. Like the rough and ragged rascal ran snow shovel. Say that 10 times fast. Yeah, we don't have anything like that, Gina. I think if we had another snowstorm, people would be really confused here. It would be so strange for us. I love that book. I used to sell it at the art museum. Yes, Nancy, I love Anti-Claus. Now I have 1 and 2, but I think the first one is better. And we always read this growing up. It's written by Elise Primavera, and this is just such a wonderful story. So I'm excited to share that with you. Hi, Dana. Thanks so much for joining us. Great 2010H. It's so great to see you. We've been in the chats a lot today, and I'm glad to see you. And oh, look what Angela has. She's got her perfect.
Cardinal bell.
Who makes that, Angela? Did you say Avon?
Yes. Oh, but it's Avon from 2000.
Oh, I love that.
I got this. I think at Goodwill. I thought it was just so pretty, and my family loves birds, so I was like, and they love Christmas, so I was like, this would be a nice little bell. It's hard to see oh, there you go. Like
There
you can kind of see the leaves around it. Yeah, and there's the like mark up inside. Ugh, this is so awkward. But yeah, there's a little bell. Hey, Nate.
Hey, Nate. I'm glad you're going to get some dinner. Oh, that video you showed of opening up the plate was just so heartwarming. I loved watching that, Nate. Your little laugh and your excitement just made my heart happy. And I'm so glad you got that from all of us. And I can't wait to see your next friend mail opening with that box I sent you. I think you're really going to like it.
I told them at work about sending the plate to Nate. So my pharmacist and I, at the end of the night, we had a chance and we watched Nate's video together.
Oh.
And she said, yeah, she loved his accent. It was awesome. I'm like, yeah. He just needs to pan the camera up so we can see his face.
Yeah, Nate, I could listen to you for hours. You just have the most delightful, calming, relaxing voice. It's just really wonderful.
It was so sweet.
Yeah, it was. It just really warmed my heart. And we're so glad to do that for you, Nate, because I can't really put into words how much you do for this community and how wonderful of a friend you are to all of us. I mean, you show up to every single one of our chats. You leave the nicest comments. You're so knowledgeable on so many things. And you just really are a wonderful person. And we're so glad that we met you. And we hope you make it to Nebraska one day and get to make your rounds here in the States. Nate to the States, as I always say.
Yes, that's what I was going to say.
Dana says that, Angela, she loves the pin on your beanie.
Thank you.
That's so cute. Yes, I agree.
My snowflake. It's really bright on this StreamYard camera. Like,
it's shining. I have to watch Nate's video. I was at work when it posted. Yes, you do, Nancy, and you're going to love it. It's just so wonderful. And oh my God, I'm famous. Nate, you are. Everybody here loves you. We think the world of you. We really do. His collection in the museum cabinets is very impressive. Yes, it is. And his polishing. Nate has taught me so much about polishing silver. I now have the silver polish Nate recommended to me, and I've been polishing my grandmother's silver, and it looks just stunning. So Nate's amazing.
Yeah, it was funny. We were watching the video, and he was unwrapping it, and I was getting like impatient, like a kid with a Christmas present. I'm like, just rip it open. And then it was funny because I didn't say what kind of plate he had gotten, but as soon as you could see it, my pharmacist was like, oh, Wedgwood. And I was like, yes, exactly.
And it's so cool your pharmacist knew what that was.
Yeah, she said her mom has some Wedgwood stuff, so she's going to try to, like, find it again because she's like, I recognize that. And we were talking about those ornament Christmas trees, or the jewelry, like, pin and brooch trees, and she said she's going to try to bring me a bag of old jewelry someone had given her mom, so that'll be cool.
That is really cool. Yeah, I love Wedgwood. I just think it's so beautiful. I love all things English, you know. Nate saying, thanks, Gina Marie. I love showing my precious things to peeps who like that sort of stuff. And boy, we do, Nate. Our community learns so much from each other because everybody has something different that they collect. And I think that's fantastic because you get to learn about different things and see things that are interesting. And you just have some fabulous collections. Yes, I did get the product, Nate, off of Amazon. It's amazing. I had a big jar of it for $20, and I'm going to be polishing everything in my house now.
What is it?
It's a product Nate recommended, And off the top of my head, Nate can maybe type it in faster than I can in the chat, but it's a silver product and it shines and polishes silver. Nate, what's the name of it again? I just put it up in my cabinet with all my polishing supplies. I've got like Brasso and other things, but it's not Brasso. It's not Smith's either, or is it Smith's? Like Nate, let me know in the chat. I've forgotten the name of it, but it's a really, really good polishing.
I need to get those little polishing cloths so I can clean up some of my mom's jewelry and make so I can show you guys.
I collect fairies, the kind with wings. That's wonderful, Nancy. Oh, yes, Haggerty's foam. That's it, Nate. Thank you. That stuff is fantastic. If you don't have that, I highly recommend it for silver. I know that our group kind of doesn't like to polish silver as much because we like that tarnished look, but I do like to polish up my grandmother's silver pieces. I think they're wonderful. Wonderful. And I think this polishes jewelry, Angela, so this might help you out a lot.
Okay, I'll have to look into that. Thank you.
Teophane's here. Yes, it's only for silver, but if you have silver jewelry, I would imagine it would polish it up. Hi, Teophane. Welcome. Thanks for joining us.
I'm letting Christy know we're live.
Oh, good. Yes, let other people know. I know it's kind of late for all of you guys out there in YouTube world, but I think it's fun to have these late night chats. I quite enjoy it. And of course, everyone enjoys watching the replay, I think, the next day. Hopefully people do anyway.
Yeah, I got my latch hook from Miss Pamela. I got my little owl from Lucid, so I put those up and posted those to Instagram.
That's wonderful. I am so excited to see that. I don't think I saw your Instagram post yet today, but are you going to actually do the latch hook?
Oh no, it was already done. It says Merry Christmas, and there's like a candle. I don't know if the whole thing is supposed to be like in a shape because it's like a white, like long vertical piece, and then the top part has like yellow yarn wrapped around it, like it could look like a wick. So I was like, I don't know if the whole thing is supposed to look like a candle, but yeah, it says Merry Christmas, and it, like the Merry crisscrosses with the Christmas. But I thought my mom would love it, and so I hung it up on the wall, like right across from her where she can see it.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
I think she's going to love that. I love those little Christmas latch hook things. My dad has one with jingle bells that hang on the door, and I just think that's so neat. Teophane saying he has an Edwardian button hook with a sterling silver handle. Have you seen the button hooks, Angela?
I don't think so.
They're long silver things with a little hook on the end, and some of them are really fancy. Have you watched any of Tarnished Treasures videos? Karina Tarnished Treasures?
I don't believe so. No.
You would love her. She finds all these little doodads, and she's an art teacher, and she does, Vinny sends a lot of stuff to her, but she does all kinds of crafting and things, and she finds just the most amazing pieces out in the wild. But she has a whole collection of these silver button hooks, and some of them are like engraved with different monograms from like the 1800s. They're just really cool.
I'll have to look her up so I can add her to my subscription list.
Yeah, which mine's getting very long. I can't keep
I know. I had like 6 before I met all you guys, and then like 60 something.
I think it's great that you're at 90 subs, Angela. That's so
I know. Now I'm at 91. 9 away from 100. So sub to me.
Yes, please go sub to Angela. For all of you guys that are watching this either now or later, I'll put her link in the chat and you guys can go subscribe to her. She's got a great channel. Nate saying, Dana, oh my God, I may or may not read a racy novel. Nate, we would all die if you did that. And
yes,
the best
please.
way possible. Please, we would just love to hear your voice.
Yeah, you could come on Katie's story time and we could just put like a picture and at least we could hear your voice and you could read along a saucy story.
Yes, I'd love that. Even if you don't show your face, we could have you with a special like picture, maybe the New Zealand flag or something, and then you could read something. No pressure though, Nate, just a fun idea. Nancy saying, my sales are going to have to be late at night. I work the next 3 Thursdays, going to limit them to an hour and a half. Yes, Nancy, we are all looking forward to that, and we will be there to support you. And there's a lot of night owls I've noticed in the community. What do you think about that, Angela?
I was going to say that earlier when you said, you like to get on here and have your late night chats. I'm more of a night owl, especially since I work till like 8 o'clock at night. It's just like being up, and it's too hard to just come home and go to sleep. So I'm up here. I'd rather be watching you guys or at a chat.
Exactly. Yeah, I like the late night chats too. And the Antique Nomad, I don't know if you've seen, but his tech guru, Xenomorph, he puts the late night chats on, and they're like calypso lounges with this fun music.
Oh, I think I finally caught one for a few minutes the other day.
Yeah, isn't it fun? There's no video, but it's just everyone in the chat chatting, and the video goes away like afterwards. So it's sort of, if you're there, you get to be a part of it, and if not, you miss out. But there's more of them that he does, and it's just so much fun. I love it, and it's always like at midnight or 1 a.m. Oh yes, Gina. The great thing is you can always watch the chats on replay. I really like that.
Yeah, Christy, Nate's got a video up of him opening the plate.
Yes, and Teofane saying, everyone is talking about you. And Nate says, Teofane, I'm a legend in my own mind. Nate, you are a legend in our community. Everyone knows who Nate is. And if they don't, they really should. I don't care what you read to me. The accent is fire.
Exactly.
It is.
Heart eye emoji.
Yes, lots of love. Oh, hi, Christy, Tippy Winks Vintage. I'm so glad you're here. How's Tippy doing? Is he doing well? And I met Winks today on Instagram. I didn't know you had, I should have realized your picture has a dog and a cat, but he was so cute.
Yeah, a little sassy cat face.
He did. He had that face that I love on cats, kind of like Grumpy Cat, but in the funniest way possible. Oh yes, Tarnished Treasures is amazing. Yeah, I think you'd really like her, Angela, if you are looking for some more really good, like fun crafting videos. And she does blogs or vlogs where she goes around and shows her cooking and her little treasures that she finds. And she finds the best vintage Christmas. I don't know. She must go to a ton of estate sales. I think that's what I need to do to find more vintage Christmas.
I'm going to look her up. 1 second.
Katie, what was the name of the late night vinyl channel you mentioned in the previous stream? Yes, Teofane, it's Johnny G's Vinyl Treasure Show. I can't speak highly enough of him. He does pop-up lives from time to time, just testing out some of his vinyl for his show. But his show is always on Saturday from 10 a.m. to 1 a.m. And he plays all original 50s and 60s vinyl. And then the last Saturday of the month is his all 60s show, and he does all original first press 45s, and he has the most amazing information about the bands and the people singing, and he lets you know about the 45s themselves, what to look for as a collector. And there's all kinds of people in the chat that are really, really fun. There's about, I'd say, 15 of us, and we all know each other. It's a nice little community, and everyone chats about vinyl, and you learn a lot, and it's just really fun. So I always tune into Johnny G's show after Pamela's sale. So Johnny G's Vinyl Treasure Show, and he's on my list. If you go on YouTube and you go to my channel, there's a list of recommended channels. He's on that, but I will link him down below. Yes, I think Angela answered this question, but Nate did film it. I'm sorry, Angela. I'm just talking away and leaving you out.
Oh, no, you're fine.
I feel terrible about that.
No, you got your reading to do too, so I didn't want to keep chatting too long.
I'm a talker, so I'll just chat your ear off.
No, I just subscribed to Tarnished Treasures, so.
Oh, good.
And
Yeah.
I'll remember to watch some videos tomorrow before work.
Yeah, and they're nice because they're short. They're not overly long. They're really easy to watch. Like you can watch several, and they're just really good.
Oh, great.
Oh, Nancy raided the attic again today. Nancy, I can't wait to see what you find. You must have an amazing.
Nancy in our haunted attic.
Yes. um, no, he has been well, Nate. I mean, he is spoiled rotten, but aside from being jealous of his brothers and sisters getting attention, he is fine. And I saw he wanted to be wrapped in that blanket. No, you did not miss the reading. We are about to start the reading. I just saw an Elaine Trey reproduction at my local flea market. Now I want an original. Good luck, Tia Fane. They're getting harder and harder to find, but if you do find one at a good price, I'd say go for it. I mean, 100 to me wouldn't be too much to spend on a tray like that because they go easily way, way more than that. But I hope you do find something out there, Tia Fane. They're really cool. Listen, I'm loving the brooch y'all are showing. Bring back the brooch. Yes. So show your brooch, Angela. I'll show mine again.
This one's a new one. I mean, it's not vintage, but I gotta get used to this.
Oh, I know.
My little snowflake. It's just a bunch of little fake diamonds, but this was like my first venture into buying an actual pin for myself.
I'm glad you got it. It looks so cute on your black hat. Can I please plug my channel? Absolutely, Christy. I'm all for that. Anyone that's on one of my chats, please feel free to put your link in the chat. And Christy, I think you are a moderator, but I'm going to just double check here and make sure so that, yes, you are. So you can post your link. Anyone
Hello,
in
Aaron.
Hi, Aaron. Do you know Aaron? Aaron, you're new to me, and I'm so glad you joined us.
I think I saw him over at another sale earlier.
Oh, wonderful. That's perfect. Yes, thank you very much.
Thank you, Nate.
I got this from Michelle at Newton's Cupboard, and it's a little Christmas mouse with the holly and berry, and I thought he would just be perfect for the reading tonight. Yes, absolutely. Hi, Aaron. We are so glad you joined us, and I'm going to leave this open in case I need to add any more moderators. Nancy, I will run from your ass so fast. Oh, you were at the auction, Lucid's auction. Okay, great, Aaron. Welcome, welcome. So shall we start the reading, Angela?
Yep, I got my little bell.
So Angela's going to help me with the reading.
If that's loud.
Oh, gosh, no, it's fine. Angela's going to help me with the reading tonight. She's going to ring a bell and make it extra fun and Christmassy every time I turn the page. So you ready, Angela?
Yep. My little cardinal.
Hi, Jane. I'm so glad you jumped in. And Pink Elephant Parlor's here. Hello, Pink Elephant Parlor. And please, guys, if you're not subscribed to Tippy Winks Vintage Christy Garza, please go subscribe. She has a fabulous channel, as does my guest, Angela Marksberry. She is fantastic. She's on Instagram. She creates the wonderful calendars every week for us in the vintage community, and I would just be so lost without those. So she's got a great channel, and so does Nate and lots of other people in the chat. So if you see a name pop up and you're not sure about it, they probably do have a channel, and I recommend subscribing to them, like Jane at Doggone Happy Vintage and Antiques. Oh, hey, Jeannie Lyle, late nighters. Glad to see your smiles. Are you on a double espresso? Maybe the elves are bringing you some. They sure are, so I can read this little book. I've got my mouse friend ready to go here to help me out with the book. He's going to bring me some espresso. Yes, I've seen you in the chats. Gina, you didn't know Angela had a channel. And that's the beauty of this. Sometimes we'll be in the chats and people will mention they have a channel, and I've gotten to know them through the chats for like a month. And I'm like, oh, wow, you have a channel? That's awesome.
I know, I think it's just over a week. I went from 4 subscribers to 91. So that's awesome. Like, I'm really shocked and grateful.
Oh, I know. I'm just so glad you're getting the subscribers because you do a really great job with the chats, and I love pre-gaming with you for Thrift View. It's so fun.
Yeah, I have this upcoming weekend off, so maybe I can get some like Christmas craft or a haul filmed or something, so I have some other content.
That would be great. I'd love that. So Nate needs to go. Love you, my precious friends. Nate, we love you more. Goodbye,
Thank you.
Mr. Biscuit is what I'm going to start calling you. And I can't wait to see more of your videos on YouTube. Thanks for opening the plate. That was just the best video of the day. You win the internet prize. Hi, Robin. Thanks so much for joining just in time for the reading. I just walked out of my office and turned on that rump heater in my car.
Oh man, I wish I had that.
That really is good because it's getting cold out there for sure. Okay, guys, we're going to start the reading. Everyone get your cup of hot chocolate or eggnog, get your cozy pajamas on, and get ready to enjoy this wonderful story of Christmas joys. Rand McNally elf book with the help of my wonderful assistant, Angela. She is going to be bringing the merry with her Christmas bell. So we are going to jump into this wonderful book. And before we do, we'll say a quick hello to Karen Radford, who just hopped in the chat. Yes, a great bedtime story. And I am going to show the images in this book as I go along. So Christmas Joys, Rand McNally Jr. Elf book from 1980. Starting now. Mr. and Mrs. Mouse named their new baby Chris Mouse because he was born at Christmas time. A happy time it was. Come, let's take Chris to the joys of Christmas, said Father Mouse. The first thing they saw was a snowman. Snow falls from the sky on a cold day's winter, said Mother. Let's make snowballs. Soon they were throwing snowballs at each other and making a snow mouse with holly berries for eyes. On Main Street, all the store windows were all lit. There's a creche, said Father, like the one where baby Jesus was born on the first Christmas long ago. And there's the first mouse he saw, said Chris. Oh, look, said Father Mouse. Our house people have made a special treat for us. It's really for the birds, said Mother, but they won't mind if we have a nibble. That's a pretty big ring of holly and ivy, and fur reminds people that green things grow, even in the winter. It's nature's gift to us, said Father. My, it smells good in here, said Chris Mouse. Mrs. People is baking mince pies and gingerbread cookies for tomorrow's feast, said Mother. There'll be turkey and stuffing and lovely mouse cheese for us, said Father, sniffing happily. What a pretty paper and ribbons, said Chris Mouse. The Dad and Mom people are wrapping presents, said Father Mouse. And Liz and David are writing cards, said Mother. One of the joys of Christmas is remembering all your friends. Now they are decorating the tree, said Father. Right on top they put a star to remember the one that shone above baby Jesus' stable. Why are the children hanging up stockings, said Chris Mouse. If they have been good children, they will find their stockings full of goodies tomorrow, said Mother. Listen to that beautiful sound, said Chris Mouse. The Mouse family ran to their outside hole. They are singing Christmas carols, said Father. Carols tell of the joys of Christmas. Suddenly there was a sound of jingle bells. That must be Santa, said Mother. He and his elves make toys for children and mice all over the world. Chris Mouse hung a mouse-sized stocking at the foot of his bed and tried to sleep. Suddenly there was a thump on the roof, and then whoosh down the chimney came roly-poly Santa. Chris Mouse darted out of his hole and up the chimney. On the roof was a beautiful sled loaded with sacks, and in front of it were 8 tiny reindeer. Santa came puffing up the chimney. "Ho, ho, ho," he said. "Off we go. Lots more houses to visit before the morning." His eyes twinkled at Chris Mouse. Then he was gone, sled, reindeer, and all. Chris Mouse was very sleepy. He slid down the chimney and snuggled deep into bed, with all the joys of Christmas dancing in his head. "Happy Christmas!" Liz and David were shouting merrily as they opened their presents. There was a toy train for David with railroad tracks and signals, and Liz found a wonderful robot doll that could add numbers and play puzzles and games and talk. Dad got a Christmas tie, all red and green, and Mom got furry slippers. "And now for us," said Father Mouse. He kissed Mother and Chris. "That's mistletoe," he said, pointing overhead. "It's good luck to kiss under the mistletoe." "I like it," said Mother. "Let's do it again." And they did. Chris Mouse started and stared at the tiny fir-branched Christmas tree. There were ribbons and tinsels, and underneath was a lovely mouse sled, just right for 3. "Looks as if Santa found our little mouse house," said Father. Just then there were happy shouts outside. Liz and David were riding their brand new sleds down the hill. "Come on, let's go," said Father. "And a Merry Christmas to all," shouted Chris Mouse. Well, guys, that is the end of the first Christmas story I'll be reading in my Christmas series, Christmas Joys. Wasn't that just a Yay! Thank you, Angela. That was so fun. You ringing the bell. It brought lots of joy to us all. I'm so glad you could do that. It was really great.
Thank you. Hopefully I didn't drive anyone crazy.
No, I don't think so. I think you just did it perfectly. Let's see what's in the chat that I missed.
Yeah, Manal popped in.
Oh, hey, Manal. Angela, that can happen. In the last 28 days, mine jumped by 112, and the live sale has passed over 600 views. Wow, that's amazing, Nancy. Congratulations on that. And we said hello to Karen. And oh, hey, Carol at My Blessed Nest. "Hi, Katie. Been watching all night for your live, but you have to get to bed early tonight because tomorrow is an early day for me. Just wanted to say hi." Oh, Carol, I'm sorry that you waited so long for me. I was trying not to intrude on the other sale that was going on, but it just went on and on and on. And I thought, well, I guess at some point I just got to get started. And I feel bad for intruding on Lucid and Tania's sale, but they had been on since 8 o'clock, or 9 o'clock. So I just went ahead and decided to go for it. And I'm sorry if any of you guys are feeling split between the two events, because I know how that is, but I just needed to go ahead and get started for people that, like Carol, wanted to go to bed. "I would be out the door in 1 second. My aunt and uncle lived in the haunted house, and oh yes, they told you so many amazing stories. I would too. I'm not much for the haunted houses." Gina,
it's much better than Miracle Whip.
Oh boy, this is much more happy than the Miracle Whip monstrosity that I made.
Oh man, you're brave.
I was. The Jello casserole. Yeah, that was so gross.
I rather would have tried the Jello though with the Miracle Whip than that other thing.
Well, the other thing was awful, and I put too much onions in it, and it overpowered it.
Oh no.
And I like onions. Like, I'll have onions on my pizza. I mean, I like onion and garlic flavor, but that was like, woo. Hi, Manal. I'm so glad you joined us. You're in Canada, I learned, right? Is that right, Angela?
Yes, I believe she said that.
And I saw you got a most adorable little elephant on Thrift Used sale last night. I'm so glad.
Yes, I was gonna bid on those myself if she wasn't there. Those are super cute and very boho.
Yes, the chat was very competitive last night. I thought it was
Oh my
fun
gosh, it
to
was so
see
fast.
Randy and Lori duke it out in the chat for the items they wanted. That was hilarious.
I know they always outbid me, but I'm like, I can't go as high.
Yeah, I was watching it, and it was so fun to see the banter between Lori Wortley. And if you guys don't know, Lori is our resident sniper in the sales. She comes in at the last second and gets things. She'll like win. Everyone, won't see her for a while, and then she'll come in, and it's like Lori Wortley got it. And so we've been laughing about that. And then Randy, she's got that fast internet along with Shirley Pearl. And so they were in the chat last night, both wanting the same items. And it was so funny to watch that go down. I was just dying. And then when the chat died,
I know, I'm like, okay, is it me this time? I know I said in one of the chats the other day, I was like, okay, whatever the opposite of sniper is, that's what I am. Because I can never be fast or get it in the last second. Like, whatever the opposite of that is, that's what I need my shirt to say.
I'm so slow because my internet's been messing up lately. I think everyone being home, they're on the internet and it just slows the whole internet down. And like, I'm just not fast enough. I tried to get those Coca-Cola displays that Misty had, and I just was so slow.
That's okay, Gina. It all just happened within the less than 10 days ago. The channel came about.
I'm missing chat. I'll get to Gina's comment here in just a second.
Oh, you're fine.
Teofane, there are so many sales now, I feel like I'm missing them. Well, if you're missing them and that's really easy to do, because believe me, I lose track. I mean, there's just so many things, including pop-up lives now. There's tons of pop-up lives happening, pop-up hauls and different things. And I try to make my rounds to everybody. I'm trying to be as supportive as I can to everyone in this community, but it does get hard. And tonight there were 3 lives going on at once. So I was on 3 different devices. I was hopping between Kelly at Milestone Stories Book Club live that she had at 8 o'clock. And then George's The Antique Nomad had a premiere at 8. And then I also had a device going for Tim and Over the Years sale, because I try to be supportive of everybody and I like to be in all the chats. And I feel so torn. I'm like, I want to see everything at once. So I've got 3 things going in my house. So, but if you're wanting to keep better track, Angela Marksberry has a calendar. She's been working really hard on the calendar, and it's on Instagram. But if you don't have Instagram, you said you'd email it to people, right, Angela?
Yeah, I mean, if I have no problem, because I do that for Dana and Happy and Harned. So I could just create like a group email and send it out if you don't have Insta or Discord. But Sandy Otto also has one on her YouTube.
Yes, Trisha at Sandy and Otto. Yes, she does also have a virtual calendar through YouTube. And I think she puts the links to everybody's channel down below in the description box. So
I think she said you can download it as a PDF and put into your calendar, maybe.
Oh, that's nice. That's
but
really
my
good.
email, is Angela _Marksberry@gmail.com.
I'm typing that in, guys, for you in the chat.
I put my Insta in the chat too, Katie.
Oh, good. Marksberry.
Just not the email.
I'll do that now. And I'm assuming it's not capitalized, but my phone wants to.
No, it's all lowercase, just Angela Marksberry@gmail.com. So if you just want to email me there, I can email you back and send you the schedule if you needed it.
Teofane says, Nancy at This Overstuffed House says, Teofane, I know. I had a hard time finding a time for my sale because there were so many faves I wanted to watch and I could not do during those times. Well, that was my issue tonight is, I wanted to do the book readings on Monday because there's a time slot open during Jeannie's normal time. She's been alternating weeks, and this week she had a sale, so of course I wouldn't do that during her sale. Plus I wanted to watch, and then I thought, well, I'll have it after Lucid's. But I forgot that Lucid was having a guest and they were doing an auction, which, can go on for many, many hours. And so I hated to topple over them, but I thought at some point, I got to go live because everybody's expecting me. And I kind of had promoted that I would be starting the book series. So that's what we did. Yes, Laurie killed it yesterday. Laurie has
spend all your money so I can win something finally.
I just subbed to Angela's channel. I'm such a ditz. Didn't know she had a channel. And yes, Laura Sniper is so funny. Yay! Thanks for subscribing to
Yes,
Angela.
thank you. Let's see, where am I at?
I thought I just saw Christy said she's got to go. Christy, that's fine. You have a great night. I'm glad you enjoyed the story. I really like your idea of a later night sale. And yes, there's a lot of people still up, at this time. So I think that will work out really well, Nancy.
Christy's leaving.
Let me see.
Right. Night, Christy, if you're going.
I gave up trying to bid. I pretty much go to watch. My internet stinks. Yeah, my internet.
I'm at 92.
Yay! We got to get Angela to 100 subs, guys. So if you aren't subbed to her, and I'm sure most of you guys in the chat now are subbed, but if you are watching this later, please go sub to Angela Marksberry because we really need to support her channel since she does all this great work for the community, keeping us informed of what's going on.
You're so sweet.
Oh, thank you. With everyone wanting to go live, it's hard. It really is, Manal. It's impossible to find a time slot these days. Late night works better for me, and it gives the West Coast people a chance to see me. That's true in California. That's very, very true. Tippy,
everybody's on during the day. I'm trying to catch it at work. Like I was trying to catch Jeannie's sale, but I was in there for like 2 seconds and then I got swamped with people and I barely caught anything of her sale. I was able to catch Tim's for a little bit.
Yeah, I saw you at Tim's and I saw you come on Jeannie's, but I was at Jeannie's, but I had to go pick up something at Home Depot through drive-up pickup. So I was listening while I was driving, but of course I wouldn't chat while I was driving. That's too dangerous. I just had it playing like you would to the car.
I know. I have it playing as I drive home, but I'm like, the comments are too small. So I'm like at the stoplight, I'll just be like, trying to see, but or else I'll just watch and listen because the comments go to I can't concentrate that much,
Well, as Jeannie was saying hello to people, I instinctively, my live chat my live chat self kicked in, and in the car, she said something, and I was like, oh, hello. I said to myself, oh, hello, Christy Tippy Wings. I'm like, wait a minute, I'm driving in the car. No one's going to hear me. What does this matter?
So Christy's going to listen to us on the TV so she can listen to the sound of our sweet voices as she goes to bed.
Oh, how wonderful, Christy. That's great. I do. I put a lot of YouTube on while I go to sleep because I enjoy a lot of guys here in the community have great voices, and I love that as I'm going to bed.
Yeah, Christy was full of sass last night at the Thrift U sale.
Oh, thank you, Gina. Yes, I'm really quite proud of my rent status, if I must say so myself. I think it's fun to be a moderator. And
I saw you were a mod at Tim's.
I know when Tim made me a mod the other day, I was like, oh, that made my Christmas getting rent status. And then on Jeffrey's sale, he made me a wrench. I was like, thank you. That's the best thing you could ever give me. I don't know why. It's so thrilling to be a wrench, but you get rid of the trolls and you're like, yes, I feel powerful. I did
Gosh,
something.
last night was just crazy. It was hard to keep on top of all those trolls that thrift you.
Oh my gosh,
Like
there
you're
was
trying to
so
grab it,
many.
but then the next comment keeps coming, and then all of a sudden it's like, whoosh, like 6 of us take the same person out.
Well, it's good the more people take them out because the longer they'll stay in timeout and then they don't come back and disturb the chat, you know.
It was crazy last night.
It was really busy. And my problem is there were so many moderators, like you said, trying to jump on that one troll that it wasn't letting me time them out right away. Like I had to
Yeah.
click on it several times.
Then I couldn't tell. I'm like, okay, is this comment showing? Did I get it out in time? Like,
Yeah, we don't need people saying the bad words and the things people are putting in the chat, you know. And the hard part is on Thrift U sale is they're okay with some of the people being on there if they're just gamers or whatever. Where normally I'm used to taking those people out of other chats, you know, because they're
I
just
know, like some, I was like up to leaving, but then even one of their regular gamers who's there was getting a little on the edge. I felt like,
oh
and
yeah.
I was like, I don't want to block him, but he kind of needs to calm down. Like,
Well, it's hard as a wrench to know what to do in that
yeah.
situation because you know even like tonight on the sale with Hemlock Lady and
Good night, Jane.
oh good night Jane, Hemlock Lady and Lucid. I don't know. There was a gentleman in the chat who's really good friends
Oh
with
yeah,
Mia, and I didn't know that he was friends with her. I didn't know she knew him, and as a moderator, I saw him make some comments about the ladies, and I thought, well, that's not appropriate. Out you go. And then they're like, oh no, don't time him out. He's our friend, and I felt terrible, but you know, I was just trying to be the best
yeah.
possible because in my mind that was not appropriate for the vintage chats, but it's hard to know. And then if people start getting slightly unruly, I guess you could say, but they're friends, what you do as a moderator, do you, like Patrick told me once, he said, just say, well, I don't think Patrick would like the sale to go this way, so can we focus on the chat or the sale or something? I don't.
That's kind of what Missy does. Sometimes she's like, let's focus on the sale, everyone.
Yeah, I think that's probably the best thing to do because you don't want to kick them out.
And Katie is so fast sometimes with the troll. I'm like, wait, what happened? Like, I missed what they said.
Well, I was worried tonight because I was a moderator in 3 places and I was watching.
Oh, wow.
And I don't know, it's crazy of me to have 3 devices on at once, but I try to make my rounds to everybody. So I was like, I'm going to inevitably miss a troll that comes on.
That's why people have multiple. I mean, you can't be everywhere at once.
No, you can't. Well, Nate was telling me that's where I got this idea from. Was Nate was like, oh, sometimes I'm on 2 devices at once. Because Nate would be in one chat and then I'd see him in another chat that was happening at the same time. And I'm like, Nate, hello again. Hi.
Yeah, I had to do that too, or sometimes they split screen on the monitor, but sometimes, like, if the chat's going really fast, I'm like, I can't concentrate.
Yeah, I know. And then, but I just, I try to make my rounds to everybody and I like to see everybody's stuff. I love watching Antique Nomad premiere and I love Tim's sales and I'm really torn. So I just try to watch both at once. The fourth quarter is so everyone wants to sell for holiday money. Yes, that's exactly it, Nancy, I think. Night, Manal. Did we already say good night? Oh, hi, Tony. I hope you're feeling better. We've all been thinking about you.
I think Robin's going to bed too.
Oh, Robin.
Really?
Oh, night, Robin. Hi, Victoria H. Thanks for joining us. Oh, yes, I saw that troll come on, Nancy, and he was spamming the chat with a bunch of letters and things that spelled an inappropriate word. So he had to go.
Yes. We had that last night too, I think.
Yes, several times. Hi, Dana. I haven't seen you in forever.
Oh, I know. How
Well,
are you?
how are you doing? We're so glad you're here.
Yeah, hit that thumbs up button, everybody.
Oh, thanks, Angela. I'm waiting for my Boy Scouts to find out about my channel. We might end up with some teenagers at mine at some point. Oh, that's going to be wonderful, Nancy, that they get to see you. And I know you're working really hard on those letters for them.
When I have an impromptu sale of those Coke trays.
I'm sure everybody's waiting for me to sell some of my trays. I will never be able to sell those. I am so with you in this conversation. I avoid some of the sales because of the overwhelming of the trolls. You know, that's, and it's hard to, like we talked about, to know what to do at certain sales if you're a moderator, because with Thrift You, when I became a moderator, I immediately started taking out people that were trolls, and they obviously, their policy is to leave them in if they're not being disruptive to the chat. However, I kind of feel like sometimes that is distracting. And, you know, for all of you guys that are moderators on my chat, if there is any troll that comes in and they're clearly not, you know, part of the vintage community, or they're just being disruptive. I mean, if they're not part of the vintage community, that's fine too. Like, I'm welcoming to everybody. But if they're being disruptive or clogging the chat, please feel free to take them out. And that's just personally what I feel on my sale. Or I don't have a sale, but my chat. But it is hard on other chats that don't follow that same policy, you know, to know exactly what to do.
Yeah, time for Katie's next sale.
Katie, I love your trays. Thank you, Manal. Yay, Victoria, thanks for the thumbs up. Oh, Dana, that's fun. There's lots of good sales going on right now.
I think my ricer is finally coming this Wednesday. I'm so exciting. I'm getting like a ricer and new washcloths and like a phone stand.
Oh, that's wonderful, Angela.
But I mean, none of them were like extravagantly on deal, but it's things I needed. So they had a little bit of a Cyber Monday deal on them. So those are all supposed to be coming this Wednesday. So
Oh, that's so exciting,
can't
Angela.
wait for the phone stand though, because that way, if I'm watching something like on Instagram, like Sherry's Instagram sale was on yesterday, that way I can just throw it in the stand, or if I want to try and film a video or do a live from my phone. Now, StreamYard doesn't have an app, right?
No, they don't have an app.
Okay.
They're online only at the moment.
I figured that out last night. I was like, oh, maybe I can do it from my phone and could, like, you know, move around like to a different location with my phone and show some stuff. But I was like, okay, I don't see an app anywhere.
They don't, but you can go through the web browser on your phone and use StreamYard. I've done that before.
Yep. Like Parks and Rec, treat yourself.
That's right. Well, especially if there are things that you're going to use, you know, and the sale is really good. Like we just got a tray from my grandmother, one of those industrial, like medical trays. My grandfather is in need of that when he eats supper. And there was a super good sale going on right now on Amazon for that. And that's something we're going to get a lot of use out of. So, I mean, the sales are definitely good. And I got a pneumatic nailer that I needed for my workshop. They had a super sale. It was down to like $23 from $100, which was super because I used
the pneumatic nailer.
Yeah, all the fancy terms for all you non-woodworkers out there. But basically, a pneumatic nailer is a nailer that hooks up to an air hose that's attached to an air compressor, and you got the rapid fire trigger, and you can do your
those freak me out.
Well, you got to be really careful because you can hurt yourself. Our shop
noise, yeah.
Oh, the noise is loud. Our shop teacher had a had a picture of one of the former students that shot himself in the finger
Oh
with
no.
one of those, but it wasn't just the typical small brad nailer. It was one of the 18 gauge penny nailers with the giant long
Mm.
nails. So he was always really, really careful about making sure that we knew that you never point that at anyone, because people would come in who were new to the shop and they thought it'd be funny to play around and like act like they were going to shoot. And you're like, nope, you
Oh
don't do
no.
that. That's really dangerous. And you make sure that when you set it down that you lock the trigger so that you don't accidentally rapid fire it, because man, that would be really bad. Oh, you have a riser and you used it today. And how about Katie and Angela? Oh, that's great, Victoria. A riser for your phone?
Yeah, I was saying earlier, work was pretty hectic after not getting an order on the holiday weekend, and we were up to like almost 60 things that we needed to order for people that we didn't have. So today was pretty hectic, just unpacking totes and getting everything filled. When I got there, the counter was just lined with prescriptions.
Oh my gosh, that must be so hard when people
Plus,
come
our
in.
pill counters are working, so that makes it even more fun.
It's got to be hard when people come in and they start, like badgering you and yelling at you because you don't have the prescription ready.
Or I tell them on the phone that we have to call their doctor because they haven't had this prescription since May. And then they send their husbands like an hour later and they're like, okay, my wife said it would be ready. I'm like, no. I'm like, I just told her on the phone we have to wait for the doctor. They haven't gotten back that fast.
Yeah, I'll never forget this day. It was last Christmas. I went to, not on Christmas, but it was like, a couple of days before. I went through the CVS drive through to get my medicine, and there was this lady in the car next to me through the drive through, and they have, a little tube system. And she was like yelling at the lady through the box. She's like, I need my prescription now because if I don't have it, I'm going to die. And the lady's like, well, ma'am, I'm sorry, but you're from out of state and we can't just call your doctor in the middle of the night and get it transferred over here to Florida because you're from Michigan. And, she was explaining everything as best as she could. And this lady just was going off on her. And I just rolled up my window and was like, what do I do? This is so awkward. Like, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's a common occurrence.
I do, Manal. I don't like when the trolls start bidding and they aren't serious and they drive up the price. And that's hard too because sometimes people have come on and they do bid and they are a legitimate person and you feel bad saying, "Hey, are you legit?" Or as a moderator, you're like, "Well, are they act?" Because sometimes their names are like normal, like like Tim Marks or something, and you're like, "Okay, that seems like a pretty normal name." And you don't want to take them out, but it's just so hard to know what to do sometimes.
I know, I think I saw that last night because people were bidding and all of a sudden there was a post for 69 during the bidding and I was like, is this for real? Because then people jumped to 70, but it was at like 50 something. So I was like, I hope this person's being serious or else these people just jumped up like $20,
I hope
when they
so.
didn't need to.
Well, I also saw one of the chats. It's so easy to mistype, and that's my problem is with the autocorrect. The autocorrect drives me insane. You guys have seen this in the chat. I'll type something and it makes no sense. But I saw someone put they were trying to type 11 and it came out to like 1100 and everybody's like, "Whoa, are you sure?" And she's like, "No, I promise I did not mean that."
Like, oh, yes, you did. No. I know when you were saying fat bird finds to me and it came up like fat word finds.
I know.
I was like, I love it.
I was like, "Come on, phone."
Hi, Joni.
Dana says, I've missed the sales lately, but there must have been a lot of trolls hanging out. Boo. Yes, yes, yes. Boo for the trolls. And Joni, hello, hello. I am really excited about Joni's big collaboration challenge tomorrow. She's hosting a Tell Your Funny Christmas Story challenge, and it's going to be a lot of fun. There's a couple of us involved, and you still have time to make a video. if you are up and you want to add it to the playlist. But I'm really excited to hear everybody's funny Christmas stories.
Oh, I'm sorry, Nancy.
Oh, no, I'm so sorry, Nancy. I had someone buy 5 items and did not hear from them. 2 others are just got one thing. None of the names were that I knew. Nancy, if you don't know those people, what you can do is email thrifterjunkervintagehunter@gmail.com or Patrick, th mercantile th mercantile@gmail.com or trustyhuckstermercantile@gmail.com.
I
He's got
think TH.
is it TH? Okay, yeah, email one of them because Misty has a really big customer book and she's like got all the data down on pretty much everyone that's bought from various sales. So somebody can help you. Also, Dee's got access, I think, to the customer book too, and she can help as well. And you can send an invoice that way and get their information. And if they don't answer at all, that's really tough. But you know what? It happens with these sales. Some people, I think the thing is that so many people buy from various sales that, you're buying from 3 or 4 sales a week and you get really confused and you forget if you've emailed or you don't know what you bought, or sometimes people just, they don't email, and that's just the hard facts.
That's what I was wondering last night. I had posted in one of the chats, like, I go, do you guys write down like the things you buy from the different sales? Because sometimes, I mean, not that I buy a ton, but if it's more than like 2, I don't remember always. And I'm like, okay, I need to try and remember like what's coming in, like what I bought, what was a gift, like.
Yeah, that was the thing that happened with Michelle. Is Michelle at Comfy Cozy Living was saying she was going to send me some records we had talked about, and then I got a package from her the other day, and I was like, "What is this?" And then it dawned on me as I'm carrying it upstairs. Oh yeah, I got that book so that I could read it on my channel in January. One of the saucy books. I was like, that's what this is. I couldn't figure it out because I'm like, it's not records. Records wouldn't fit in here. Yes, I'm waiting to see if one shows up this week. If not, their stuff goes in the next sale. So yeah, just do that, Nancy. Give them about a week, and if they don't, then I would just put it in the next sale. I was very fortunate when I did my first sale that all of the people that bought from me were people that are in the chats like every day, and we all know each other, like Jamie from Mid-Century Wasted and Barb, and those kinds of those names. I was very fortunate about that because I had no issues. One lady, though, I felt badly. PayPal was messing up, and she never got my invoice. I kept resending it, and so finally we had to do something creative to get it to work. I don't know what PayPal's deal was.
Nancy, when are you going to be doing your next sale?
Yes, Jeffrey probably does have a very large list of customers as well, so you could reach out to him, Nancy. Oh, okay, Dana, you do that? I think that's really handy.
Phone, like of my purchases. Oh,
Are you there, Angela? Oh, no, not the internet again. Are we having issues, guys?
uh-oh,
Uh-oh, are you back?
I'm here.
Okay, awesome. It's a good idea to write down the second runner-up in case you don't hear from the buyer. Yes, Manal, I agree with that. Nancy, that's a really good tip for you, and I'm sure you are already doing that, but I would do that just in case, especially if it's a name you don't recognize. It might be that you did get some trolls, and, it's hard, again, to know whether or not they're authentic or not if you don't recognize the name sometimes. Yeah, you never know with the Thrift You girls, but it's always a laugh and always a lot of fun.
Yeah, Sarah got her little notes on my invoices.
So I see several people recommending things, I think, in the chat, which is wonderful. Are you guys recommending books to me or movies? Is
Yeah,
Santa?
I was curious.
I think Santa Claus is a movie, but did they also make a book? That's really interesting. Let me know.
I saw someone had said earlier, something by Hans Christian Andersen, I believe. Oh, The Snow Queen.
Yes. Is that a movie or a book? I should know
I
that. He's such
yeah.
a famous person. It's also unfair to the bidders who didn't win but were actually serious. Yes, it is Teofane. Unfortunately, that does happen, and it's hard to keep all the trolls out. We try, and that's why I like having a lot of renters because even if someone steps away for a second to feed their dog or get a drink of water, you got other people, stepping in.
All right, Nancy said she's going to do her sales on Thursdays.
Oh no, one is the offer up blue Fenton, Nancy. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry for you. Oh, that's okay, Dana. I had my first live sale with Patrick, the trusty huckster mercantile. It was a four-way sale, the four-seller one sale. I was with Patrick, and I was with George, the antique nomad, and oh my goodness, my Dottie Lynn from Triple S
Yes.
Mercantile. There we go. Can you add that to the calendar, Angela?
Of course. So, I'll make a post for it this week, and then I'll add her on to the normal schedule for next week. Let me just make a note real quick so I don't forget.
Sure. And did you see also, not to add another thing to your list, but did you see that Jeannie will not be having her sales the month of December?
Oh, not at all. The rest of December,
Yeah,
or like the whole month. Okay. No, thank you.
So I'll be doing my 5 o'clock readings, the reading of the different Christmas stories. I'll be reading that during her time.
Okay, perfect. At 5 Eastern?
Yeah, 5 Eastern.
Okay. All right.
I think that's great, Nancy. There are a lot of people up late in this community. I mean, there's 21 people watching us now at 12:23 at night here Eastern time. So I think that's perfect. And you can do a short sale. I've been seeing a lot of people do this pop-up sale. Like Joni's been doing some great sales where she just does 10 items, and I just think that's really nice too. So if you get home and you're really tired and you just want to pick 10 items, I mean, everyone will come and watch it, and that's going to be fun. um, Oh yes, The Gift of the Magi by O. Henry. Karen, if you are recommending that book, I highly, it's not a book, it's more of a short story, but it is wonderful. And I've seen the movie as well. There is a movie. And I don't have that to read, but I really, really like that. So yes, I think
Tim,
everyone's recommending books.
I said Tim's not going to be having a sale next week as well.
Yes, Tim will not be having a sale next week or any of his live events.
Okay, that's what I was going to say.
He goes live 3 times on Monday, and I don't
I was
know.
telling my pharmacist that. I'm like, oh my gosh, he's on for like hours.
He is, and it's amazing. I try to catch his stuff as much as I can on Mondays. I will take it, Nancy. If no one wants it, I will email you my info just in case. Oh, Victoria, that is awesome. Yeah, she had this gorgeous blue Fenton piece, and I'm really glad you might be able to get that, Victoria. That's wonderful. I'm having my biggest sale yet tomorrow night. Oh, yay, Joni. I'm so excited about that. That's going to be really fun. Joni,
She's going on at 9 p.m. Eastern, correct?
Joni, are you going? Yes, I
I think
think
she
it's,
was going to move it.
yeah, I think
I
it
have
is
it down, but okay.
9 p.m.
Yeah, 9 Eastern, perfect. So I get off at 8, so I'll be able to hopefully catch all of it.
Yes, I'll be watching, Joni. I just love your sales. You're really well organized. I love your little cards, and it's so fun to chat with you and to see what items you have because I'm a glass gal myself, so I love all the glass you find.
And Joni said I could have free shipping for being her 100th sub, so I plan on ordering everything.
Oh, that's awesome, Angela. You know, what's
Oops,
interesting
sorry.
about Canada is that it's so expensive to ship to Canada from the States. But if you're shipping from Canada to the US, like I got a brooch from Joni and it cost me literally $2 to ship. I was like, why is
What?
this way? Yeah, it makes no sense.
I know I was kind of wary, or weird, ordering from like when I saw Erin having her sales before I knew about Joni's sales. And then I was like, I don't know, because I remember sending something to Canada one time, like a bracelet I had made for someone, and I was like, this is this is pretty expensive. But now when Erin had said like this shipping wasn't that bad, I was like, well, so I got something from Erin's sale the other day. There was like a New York, I think a Christmas pendant thing. So I can't wait to
Oh,
get that. I don't know how that's gonna ship without getting bent and everything, how that comes, but can't wait to get that and put it up.
that's going to be really fun, Angela. Yeah, they do have in Canada, Joni's been talking about it. I think it's so fun. They have the slot of doom, and a lot of the Canadian resellers use it, but it's basically like a thin slot on a board, and you can, if the packages fit in there, it's like a certain rate to the US, and it's really cheap. It's like $1 or $2 or something like
Oh
that.
wow.
So it shouldn't be much for you to have that shipped to here. But if we were to ship something to Aaron or Joni, I'm sure it would be like it was shipping to Nate. Nate says that it's really cheap to ship to the US too. I think my box that
Oh, okay.
me was like $12, but shipping over there is insanely expensive. Like that
That's
plate.
just ridiculous that it cost so much for us to send that.
Well, what I don't understand is, if you're even coming from the US to New Zealand or New Zealand to the US, like you
Same
still
thing.
have to use the same amount of fuel. And I know that's what makes the rates go up a lot of
Yeah.
times. It's just the fuel from the jets to get it to where it needs to go, and then all the other, factors involved. So then why is it more one way than the other if you're still using about, I would say, I'm no expert, but like same amount of fuel and things. The calendar, Dana, is on Angela Marksberry's Instagram at a Marksberry on Instagram. And if you are not on Instagram, but you are, I believe, Dana, are you on Instagram? I get.
Just shared it too into the chat.
Oh, great, perfect, Angela. And if not, you can email Angela Marksberry at angela.marksberry@gmail.com. And you can also check Trisha at Sandy and Otto. She's got a YouTube channel and she posts the calendar. She did a video on it. So there's that. And then also Misty at Thrifter Junker Vintage Hunter has a Discord app. You can download the Discord app and chat with all of us about your recent vintage and antique finds, as well as the calendar is uploaded on there. So there's all kinds of ways to find out what's happening. And then I also do on my Instagram just a daily story of kind of the events that are happening for the day. And of course, I'm one person and I may miss someone, and I'm sorry about that if I left you off.
Good night, Tony.
But that's what's going on. Hi, Vintage Uprising, Texas. Please remind me of your name. I know Vintage Conversation is Martha, but I have forgotten your name and I am so sorry. I am way behind in the chat. I heard from Antique Nomad. He saw a few of my videos for the stuff in my house. He thinks I will not have to worry about stock for the next 4 years.
I'm not surprised.
I'm not either. Everyone's laughing at Nancy's comment. 9 Eastern. Great, Joni. Thanks for clarifying that. Good
I'm
night.
glad she moved it, so I hope to catch it all.
Yes, I think that's wonderful. Agatha Christie is fantastic. I love anything that Agatha Christie writes. She's just really, really good. The Mousetrap is fabulous. Yes, if things are under 100 grams, they can fit in the slot. If it is it's super cheap. He was genuine. Yes, I bought from Kelly at Moss Stone Story. I bought a big Fostoria uranium glass tidbit tray. I've never seen one like it. They're not the easiest things in the world to find. I'm not going to say that they're rare Fostoria, but they're really different. And I was really excited to get that. And she messaged me and she's like, "Oh, the shipping's going to be close to $20." And I was thinking it was going to be more like 50. So I was really shocked. And she's like, "I hope that's not too much." And I'm like, "No," because on eBay, by the time you would buy that, you'd pay about that just for the item or more itself. So I was really pleased with that.
Is Kelly, when did she do her sale? Does she do the sales on YouTube or on Instagram?
She does on YouTube, but she doesn't have a specific schedule. She does more of these pop-up sales. And then she's been on several times with Patrick, the trusty huckster mercantile.
I need to subscribe so I can get the notifications.
Yes, you'll love Kelly at Mossstone Story. She's really great, and she's so knowledgeable in a variety of things. I mean, she's just like a wealth of information. Oh, yeah, put it in a cylinder. That's a good idea, Sandra. I am behind.
Dana said she's not on Instagram yet. She's dragging her feet.
Good night, Tony. I think we already. Oh, Tammy, that's it. Thank you, Vintage Uprising, Texas. I am trying to learn everybody's names. I'm so sorry if I forget yours. I think I've got almost everyone that I see day to day down pat, but I'm glad to know that you are Tammy. Yes, that's a comment you just read. Angela, you're doing a great job keeping up with the chat. I'm way behind.
It's okay. Someone suggested How the Grinch Stole Christmas, which I believe you're reading.
I am. I've got How the Grinch Stole Christmas coming up Thursday the 24th, Christmas Eve. I'll be reading this. And this is a if I can get it to open, 1950s edition. So 1950s Random Publishing House edition of How the Grinch Stole Christmas. So we'll be reading this. So stay tuned for that.
I just got my invoice from Aaron.
Oh, that's perfect. Yes.
$500. No.
Night, Aaron. Have a good night. I'm so glad you joined us. I love that one. Yes, so I'll be reading. And Angela, maybe you can come back and join me for a couple of these. I would love that.
That'd be so fun. Did I miss when you I think you said you were doing the Nightmare Before Christmas, or you guys are going to be in your pajama? Was that for Halloween?
No, Night Before Christmas. If I said Nightmare Before Christmas, I'm sorry.
No, I couldn't. I just remember you talking about a while ago, and I couldn't remember when that was going to happen.
Yes, so December the 16th, it's actually a Wednesday. I'll be doing 2 book readings that week, and I will be live on my channel with a couple of guests. I'm still waiting to get all of that worked out, so I don't want to, mention any names and then, have things change. But we'll definitely have some really awesome guests coming on my channel on Wednesday, December 16th at 6:30, and we'll be all in our pajamas with our favorite cup of holiday cheer, reading round robin style the night before Christmas. So that's going to be really fun. I have to get all my invoices out in the morning. My printer was acting up, so I'm running late with them. Isn't that the story of everybody's lives, right, Angela? The printers are always a problem.
I know. I do keep seeing that where printers are going down or stuff's getting jammed or... I don't have to worry about that yet, though.
Vinny was saying that this drives me nuts, too, as he was saying that one of the things that annoys him about his printer is if he just wants to print black and white, but say the cyan is low, it still won't let him print. And my printer does that, and it drives me nuts. Hi, Doug. How are you doing? I'm glad you're joining. I love the little picture of your dog. That's just adorable. And you got a steal of a deal, let me tell you, last night on Thrift U sale with that mixer. I have seen that mixer online for way more money, and it's so cool.
At least they don't have to ship it, so he was kind of the perfect person to get that.
Yeah, you were, because you don't have
Besides
to.
Paige.
Yeah, well, Paige wanted it so badly for her kitchen. Yes, and to have the fact that it's not only uranium, but it's also jadeite, that juicer attachment is so cool.
I need to get some jadeite.
I have one piece of jadeite from my grandmother, but unfortunately the bowl's cracked in the bottom. It's not affecting the fact that it's still a bowl, but I'm very careful with it. I'd like to
think,
use it for serving.
now that you mention it, I think maybe I remember mixing in a bowl at my grandma's a long time ago. I think maybe she has one somewhere, like
You
a
know,
jadeite
yeah.
bowl. I remember a green bowl like that. I'll have to check with her.
Yeah, you never know. You might see what she has, because now that you're in the vintage community and learning all this fun stuff, you might discover things that you would have never known about and passed by.
I know, yeah, now everyone's like giving me things to check out. She had like this old watch on Thanksgiving and she's like, I never wore this thing. And I was like, oh, do you want me to like get rid of it or whatever? And she's like, no, I want you to see if I can make some money. I'm like, okay. But I haven't found anything on it online. It's actually, I think the original company that the company I work for kind of came from. So I haven't been able to find like much on the watch. I know about the company, but it's like Jewel T company,
Oh,
and I haven't been able to find anything about like the commemorative watches or anything. So I've been doing a little bit of research.
yeah, send it to George or put it on the identification with Tim. Tim, and over the years, might be able to do that on his identification.
So do they send it to his email or?
Yeah, just take pictures of it and then describe it best you can and send it to his email at over the years is live@gmail.com.
Okay, thank you.
And then, but over the years, I think it's OTY, like it's abbreviated in the email, and then send it to him. And that's what I did. And he identified my box. So he does a really good job with that. And George knows everything. So I'm sure if you messaged him on IG, he'd get back to you.
Yeah, I have to send him some pictures.
By the way, thank you so much, Nancy. I enjoy reading to you all. It's fun. That is the problem with our printer. Oh, yeah, with the ink, that just drives me up a wall. I hate that. I'm like, I just selected to print black and white, and there's plenty of black in the tank. But because the pink or the cyan or the magenta is low, it decides that it won't print at all. I'm like, really? I got to go replace the other darn cartridges because of that?
I know, I was trying to print something off of ours and it said the cartridges were all fine. I mean, it had been a little bit since we printed, but it acted like it was printing, but then when the paper came out, there was nothing on there. I'm like, what?
You can also
It just kept
try.
doing it. So I was like, I think we need a new printer.
Yeah, that, and you know what? Nowadays the printers are almost as cheap as buying ink. Like
Yeah,
you
it's
might as well
funny.
just
Yeah,
buy a new printer every time you need, because the ink just amounts to the same amount as a printer.
yeah.
You know. I'm glad you were so excited, Doug. I was really happy for you. That was a good find. My printer died this summer and it was impossible to find one locally. I had to order one online. Yes, I'm sure with the pandemic, all the stores are running out of printers.
1 second, I need to blow on my candle.
Oh, no worries. Hi, RV, Debbie. How are you doing? I'm so glad you're here. Yes, we are night owls. If I find jadeite, it will be sold. Light green is not a color I like. That is why the little Shawnee vase I found is going to the live sale. Someone will love that, Nancy. It's wildly popular in our little community here.
Our Vagabond Travels is also, I believe, trying to get to 100 subs. Or maybe she's over 100. I can't remember. But I know she's trying to reach a subscriber goal. So definitely hop on over and check out her channel as well.
Yes, please go subscribe to Debbie at Our Vagabond Travels. She has a fantastic channel and she's done a lot of good thrift hauls lately. So you want to check her out. I had a printer like that, so frustrating. I bought a new one with separate tanks and really long lasting ink. Love it. Yes, Joni, that is the key. Get a new printer if you can, because honestly, I think by the time you spend all that on ink, you might as well
I
just.
mean, yeah, it's not cost effective.
I'm at 56. Thank you. Oh, well, you're getting there. Before you know it, you'll be at 100. I've been stuck at about 180 subscribers for a while. Yes, Sandra, sometimes you do that where you get stuck on subscribers for a little while, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, it will just shoot up. You just have to keep promoting the heck out of your channel on Instagram and in the chats. And
I know,
really,
I was trying to think of like, they have like Follow Fridays or something. So I was trying to think of like something so I could do it earlier in the week this week, like, and share stories of, or like Instagram story of like a list of people who to follow and what they're trying to reach, like so people could check out their channel so they can hopefully reach their goals. But I was like trying to come up with a name like Make It Happen Monday or like some now if I do it tomorrow, we got to think up of a name for Tuesdays.
well,
But
I
I
like
want to share all the different channels, so that way hopefully people will check them out.
the Make It Happen Mondays. I think that's fun. Or Subscribe Sundays.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. Subscribe Sundays. I know. I gotta think like if I could do it Tuesday this week, like like
Let's see.
Thrifty Tuesday. I don't know.
Yeah, Thrifty Tuesday's cute.
Like
Or
yeah, everybody give us some suggestions.
yeah, put your suggestions. What would you come up with as a creative name for Tuesdays to get people to subscribe? Like I was thinking of like not Take to the Streets, but like something like Take to YouTube, or that's not very
Yeah.
good. But
Kind of like helping to network everyone's channel.
I know at Pink
Yeah.
Elephant Parlor, I've been stuck on 150-ish for ages. Yes, and before you know it, again, it will shoot up. But you gotta just keep, I think, constantly posting content. Like have a schedule if you can, so that people will know what days you post and what days you're going to go live, and then just keep constantly posting content. Join in all the collabs you can, like all the open collaborations. That has really helped me out a lot. And I know that My Blessed Nest, Carol does a lot of great collaborations, and Erin at the Collection Vintage, and Nicole at Nesting Haven. Like they do all these open collaborations, and if you can join in on those, they will really help your subscriber count a lot. And then also just constantly post content, post on Instagram, get in all the chats you can. And most people I found in our little community are so great at letting people share their channel links. And like on Thrift U the other night, that really helped a lot of us out, get a few more subscribers that we needed.
Ooh, Top It Up Tuesday. I like that.
Oh, that's catchy, Debbie.
Yes, let's do that. Top It Up Tuesday. We can get you to your goals.
I like
that. Joni and Sandra and everyone doesn't have more followers. They're both so nice and they have great things.
They do. They have wonderful channels. Sandra's so sweet, and so
Top It Up Tuesday. I'm going to do that.
I love that. Nancy's saying my numbers had not moved for months, and it has been more than doubled in the last month. Being active in the chat helps. It really does, because when I first started YouTube, I mean, I had 3 subscribers, my brother, my mom, and my friend subscribed to me. And I just started getting in all of the chats because, one, I really wanted to be in the chats and get to know everyone and, be a part of this awesome community. But people started discovering that I was in the chats day after day after day. And they're like, oh, hey, I know you're Katie now. Do you have a channel? And I'm like, oh, well, I do. You can go find Vintage and Vinyl. And then people just started coming, and because they started to realize that I did have a channel. So I think some of the time people just see you in the chats every day and they honestly don't know that you have a channel. And if you just tell them or post it in the chat, like Angela was saying, she ended up getting a whole bunch of subscribers from that.
I know. I can't believe, like, I was talking about that at work with my pharmacist. I'm like, I had 4 subscribers, not this past Saturday, but the Saturday before. Like, I think Maria, California Thrifter, was one of my subs. And then, like, I don't even know who was my other 3 subs, some random YouTube people, like, just from over the years. But, like, now I'm at 94, 6 more to 100.
Yay! We gotta get you to 100. That's so exciting.
Yeah,
Take it
sub
up.
up Sunday. Love it. Sub it Sunday or top it up Tuesday.
I think those are great suggestions, Debbie. We love them.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely share some stories tomorrow and get some going before work. Hopefully, it'll, people will share my stories. I'll try to tag Katie and Christy, and then they can share it too. And people can screen grab the list and hopefully get everybody up to their goals.
Yes, I'll be glad to share. And I've found that if I tag people in the daily calendar thing that I do, people share it. And I'm glad you share it. Thank you, Angela. And Christy, she's
I
on
love it. Yeah.
with everything. Christy's on it. I always check her Instagram stories because she always keeps me on things that I'm
in. Yeah, she's definitely on top of it. I'm like, find out a lot of stuff from her.
I do. I'm like, oh man, I missed that person's post.
I know. I'm like, geez, she must be following everybody.
Well, I follow quite a few people, but on Instagram, the way the algorithms work is you don't get to see everybody all the time, which is unfortunate. I think we need to just be patient. Channels take time to grow. Yes, they do, Joni. And the collabs do really help. I can't stress that enough. I think those collabs are awesome. And I've discovered a lot of great people through the collaborations myself that I didn't know existed. So I love that.
I mentioned earlier in Joanne's sale, I think, at a work in progress, that my pharmacist, my friend, she's looking for an Afghan. So if anyone sees one this week, she's looking for an Afghan to go on her couch. So a little bit bigger, I guess, than a lap size Afghan. But if you guys come across one, please tag me or let me know if it's on Instagram or on a YouTube sale. I would love to hear about it.
I will. I think I don't know if Fat Bird Finds has anymore, but they always find the Afghan. So you might email Laura or Mary Beth because they're kind of known for the Afghans. And then Misty's had several, but she's doing Christmas sales, so I don't know if she's going to have any. But tomorrow
there might be like 1 or 2. But yeah, a work in progress. It's Joanne.
Joanne, yes.
Yeah, she said she would email me tomorrow some pictures. So.
Oh, good.
Awesome. Yeah, that's sweet.
I love a cozy Afghan. I just think they're delightful, but they're really expensive because all the handiwork that goes into them.
I told her people have been selling them for like $25, $30 at the sales, which my pharmacist was like, the what? That's it? And I was like, oh man, now I'm going to have to screen grab them and send them to you or when I see them. But I got an Afghan last night, a lap sized one for $5 from Sherry Lynn. Like,
really?
That's insane. I mean, I know shipping might be a little bit, but like for $5, I have to get it. It'll be like my first owned like Afghan. That's mine,
Yeah, that's amazing. I don't have an Afghan here, but my dad has all of my great grandmother's heavy quilts that she made. And boy, she made the best quilts. They will keep you snug as a bug in a rug. And I love going to visit him in the winter because he always throws one of those maroon quilts on my bed. And I just love that. So I got to find something like that here.
I got some old ones, but like, some wear on some of them because they are probably from like the 70s. So I have to hold on to those.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, Tia Fane, so much. I really, really appreciate that. And Tammy's saying, I want to do a live sale, but not enough followers yet.
Do it.
Do it, Tammy. You got to start somewhere and you got to just keep posting content. So, even with your small amount of followers, there's enough people in our group. We could get the word out and I know people will come, because everyone sees you in the chat, Tammy. And we saw you on that great live you did with Beth. and Martha from Vintage Conversations, and Beth from Carolina Sweet Treats and Pretties. So yeah, I'm sure we can get people to come to your sale.
And even if you're unsure, like Jay just did a premiere, so maybe you would feel more comfortable doing a premiere, and that way you can be there in the chat, and then sell maybe like a smaller group of items to go for your first time.
Exactly. And Misty said the first time she went live and did a sale, she didn't sell all of her items, and that's just normal, and the more and more people come, the more and more items you sell. But I also think that it doesn't matter. Like I told Vinny, if you've got a bunch of poodles and you don't have your poodle people there, then maybe the next time you bring it out and you have, say, Randy Heilman or other people that collect poodles in our group, they might want it then. So it just matters too who's at your sale that day.
Like Lucid's like, where's all the cat people?
I was like, sorry, Lucid, I don't collect cats.
Me neither.
I'm not a big figurine gal. Like I love my vintage Christmas Santas. Like I think they're wonderful, but I don't have like a whole collection of figurines, and I know that's really popular in the sales, which is great. But I always feel badly when they're like, "Does anyone want this, Japan figurine?" I'm like, "Sorry, that's not really my cup of tea."
I know I just got my first I think maybe this one was from Sandra. This little dog.
Oh.
So I got a couple. I got one from Fabric Finds as well. That's back there by that lamp. But yeah, I love this little guy. I was like, he's kind of just like, here's my little pet. Since I don't have a real one, I'm like, here's my little pup for now.
Yes. I mean, I appreciate them, and I think they're so cute. I just don't have room, for a whole collection of those in my house. Yes, I don't think YouTube promotes you until you hit a certain amount of content, because for the first couple of times that I did videos and tried to get people to follow my channel, like Patrick found me through Antique Nomads collaboration when he did the Show Off Your Bunker. And Patrick tried to share the link, and he just had trouble finding me along with Dee and a few other people, because YouTube, you would think when you type in my channel name, like exactly how it is,
Yeah,
it would come up, but I didn't. There's a whole bunch of other just random, unrelated channels that were popping up. And then when I started getting more subscribers, now when you type me in the search bar, I'm the first person that comes up. So yeah, I think that's true. Which I really don't know that is entirely fair. I feel like YouTube should make it easier for you to find channels,
I know some people still, I feel like, or even if they're on my sub list and I keep going through, I can't find them. Like, I remember there was someone a few weeks ago, and I kept, shoot, I can't remember. Oh, I think it was Sherry Lynn. When we kept trying to find, I had subscribed to her, but then I still couldn't find her, so I kept like scrolling down until I saw her picture. I'm like, okay, why can't I find her?
I know that's been happening to me lately. It's hard, and I finally just subscribed not too long ago, a couple of weeks ago, to Debbie, because I couldn't find her for the longest time, and then she sent me the link, and I was like, "Yay, I can subscribe." Yes, I can't type fast enough when I finally get something typed. I know that's my problem too. Is I'm not a very fast typer. I try to be, but I'm not. I feel you, Sandra. Nancy, I looked at your about and your channel and didn't see your email. Sorry to be a pest. May I have the email? May I have Katie email it to me? Again, sorry. Oh, Victoria, yes, it's Nancy. Could you type in your email again in the chat if you're still here? I know I was typing it in the other day. I think it's thisoverstuffedhouse@gmail.com. It's all one word, I think. But Nancy, if I'm wrong, please correct me.
Yeah, Victoria said, how about entering your links here if it's okay with Katie?
Oh, yes, absolutely. Anyone that is here in the chat and you have a channel, enter your links. Most people should be moderators. In fact, I'll make some more moderators now so that you guys can post your links. So I really hope that you guys will do that and everyone can sub to each other. Tia Fane, I'm making you a moderator, and Everyone's just going to get orange today. My first live sale was friends of mine, a few of the community, and my sister. It was a start, and I was totally fine with that. Yes, exactly. You got to start somewhere. Tell the people you know to show up, and they'll come, and then hopefully they'll tell your friends, and then other people in the community will start seeing you and coming. I think getting permission and putting your link really helps me. Yes, it does, because it helps you subscribe right away, especially for people where they're new and YouTube is not showing them. You can find their channel easily.
Yes,
Yes,
follow Joni and follow the Pink Elephant Parlor.
yes, and Debbie and Vintage Uprising Texas. I gained a lot with the Christmas collaboration, and getting to know people in the chats helps a ton. It really does, Debbie. I agree. I have several Afghans. Okay, awesome.
Okay, everybody contact me.
Yes, and please
Where can I find you?
Angela Marksberry.
Is Vintage Uprising Texas on Instagram so I can find you?
Yes, I think she is.
I'll look her up.
Yes, Dana. Yay. Yay, yay, yay. I have a granny square Afghan. It's a large size.
What color is it?
Sandra, that's awesome. See, we're all helping each other find fun vintage.
Thank you.
Yay. Yay, Dana. Yay. Thanks for subscribing. How about entering your links here? Yes, of course, Victoria. Absolutely. Please do that. Poodle is here. Yay, elderly Poodle.
Hello.
Love the mermaids. Yes, I do too. That was interesting how Jay did his first sale. I thought it ran really well. I never thought you could do an offer up on a recorded video, but it went really smoothly, I thought.
He must have timed out that 60 seconds or something.
Yeah, the 60 seconds. I would rather have more stuff than needed for a live than not enough. Yes, that is what Patrick told me to do too, is just to have extras. And so I got a few extra things. I didn't end up selling them, but it was nice to have it in case. Oh, thank you.
Sorry.
I try to remember everything that's happening in the community and what people are doing, and I do my best. I'm not always perfect.
What? Not perfect.
That's a big shock. No, I'm not perfect.
I know, that's what I felt like saying at work today when they're like, no, this is for so-and-so. I'm like, well, I'm not perfect. I can't cashier all day and type everything and put everything away. And oops, I made a mistake. My bad.
Have to say, look, I'm human like you.
Yeah.
We all mess up. It's okay.
This morning it was so cold. I said we have to do that stupid kiosk where I have to get my temperature taken and the sticker prints out. Like, this morning it was so cold, it just kept saying temperature too low. I'm like, how long am I supposed to stand here? Do I need to rub my forehead so it warms up? I'm like, I don't have time for this. I got to go.
Yeah, you got things to do, don't you?
I'm like, forget it. If the thing doesn't work, I'm not standing there.
Well, technology, it's like it's great when it works and it's awful when it doesn't.
What's it going to do all winter? It's just going to get colder. So, I mean, I can't stand there all morning.
Well, it's like you just want to bang it on your hand. Come on, man.
I know. All right. I'll have to look up Vintage Uprising Texas on my Insta.
Yes. Show off your bunker
many people.
Introduced me to several channels. Yes, Geofane, it did. That's how I found Patrick. It was through the Show Off Your Bunker, and he found me, and that's how we connected. And he saw my video on typewriter tens, and he invited me on for the typewriter ribbon deep dive that I did with him, which I just thought was so cool. Your wiring, hang on, kitty issues.
Oh, here. I am following Vintage Uprising Texas.
Oh, you are? That's great.
Yes. It says following, so okay.
Yes, Debbie, please hit the bell. If you guys don't do that on the channels you follow, you won't know when they're uploading new videos or they're going live. And with all the pop-up lives these days, it's really important to hit the bell so that you get a notice of that. Oh, Pink Elephant Parlor, you don't know how to do that? Let me see if I can show you. Well, let me
Which
get it.
thing is she talking about?
I think the bell. I don't know. I could be wrong. Let me so I'll show you with, oh boy, let's see if it will let me.
Right underneath the video, there should be a bell.
So see on A Vision and Vintage Co. Tina.
Do you want to just go solo? So it's bigger?
You hit the bell and oh, that's probably, and then you hit all. If you do personalized, you won't get anything, and then none is nothing. I don't know how to do that on StreamYard.
Oh.
What? Hang on. Oh,
Oh.
I'm learning, guys, how to do the
I know, I
link.
was going to ask you because I saw like how Lucid was playing on Tanya, and I'm like, I need to figure out how to do that.
Okay, I see it's just the thing at the bottom. So yes, if you're wondering how to turn on the bell, you go to the channel you want, and then you click the little bell notification, and because of the way the phone is, it's not going to show, but the little bell next to their name, and make sure you hit all. So that's how you do that. All right, Angela, let me ring you. Oh, there we go. Is that right?
Yeah, I think it's just zoomed out, but
Let me see if I can go back to how we.
see more of me.
There we go. That's how we had it. And you win a wrench, and you win a wrench, and you win a wrench. That's so right.
Said, Sam said, putting in your link. I don't know how to do that. Oh, okay. So if you're on your phone, I can show.
Yeah, let me make you big, Angela. Here.
Okay, so
Let me put.
like I just did it for myself to put into the chat. So
hang on. No, I don't want to take you out of the chat. All right, hold on. I'll figure this out here, guys. Stay with me. Okay, that makes. I know that you can drag solo layout. There we go. Okay. I got it.
So on your phone, like in the corner where your icon is there, you just click on that. And then when you go to your channel link, up in the corner where you have like those 3 dots over here, you click on that. And then there's a share button. I'm trying to say like share. And then you click on that. And at least on my phone, it comes up with a copy link button there. And then if I click on the copy link, it'll give you a link copy to your clipboard. And then when you go into the chat like you would as a comment, you hold it like long hold with your finger into the chat, and a paste button should come up. Hit paste, and then your link should go in there. If you need any help, I can help you through the chat or something. Or I can just put your link in there.
That's wonderful, Angela. That was a great, great description.
Thank you. Okay.
Okay. Oh, hi, Christina. I'm so glad you're up with us late night. And I see Southern Mermaid. You need to see this. Will found it. Okay, great. I'm Vintage Uprising Texas on everything. IG, Facebook, website, etc. Awesome, Tammy. Thank you for sharing that.
Okay, I just posted Sam's link.
Oh, thank you, Angela. You're awesome. Yes, you did a great job explaining that. Hopefully that will help a lot of people. She is, this overstuffed house, she is lovely. Is your name Nancy? Yes, her name is Nancy. I'm on a phone and laptop too. Hi, Melody. I'm so glad you're here in the chat. Thanks for joining us. I still am loving the friend mail you sent me. Thank you so much for that. It's wonderful. And Crafty Jackie's here. Hello, just finished all my
Jackie.
Yay.
I need to take some pictures, hopefully Wednesday, since I start later, of my mystery box items from Jackie so I can share on Instagram.
Oh, how fun. You got a mystery box?
Oh, yeah. Remember the items I showed the other night?
Yes.
So I just want to share pictures to Instagram for anyone who, didn't watch the video or didn't see it. So that way I can just have it on Instagram. People could check out the items.
Oh, that's awesome, Angela. I can't wait to get a closer look up at those items.
I'm trying to think if I have another mystery box. No, I don't think so. I think I was trying to win one, but Fatbird Finds is too fast for me.
I know I've given up with their mystery boxes. I think, okay, I'll just let everybody else try to win one because I know my internet's going to be too slow. And with the chat freezing lately and all the lagging issues
I
YouTube
know.
is having, ugh.
I'm like, can I just email someone and pay them like $20 and make me a mystery box?
It's like, here, I'll pay you extra. I'll give you 30 if you
Yeah.
give me the back door, side door special.
I saw Misty, I believe it was Misty, post on Instagram. She got some supplies for she was gonna make some Christmas themed mystery boxes.
Oh, that's fun.
So hopefully they're having some mystery boxes tomorrow. I
see,
don't know if I can get on, but it'll be right as I'm starting work, but hopefully I can pop in.
Did you see Jamie at Mid-Century Wasted has Christmas themed mystery boxes now that she's selling?
Is that through like Instagram or through her Etsy or something?
Yeah, through Instagram. You just message her to claim
Oh, cool.
Yeah, they're really neat and they have different themes. So one of them's like traditional red and green, the other one's
awesome
themed. Yeah, they're really cool looking.
Oh, maybe I can order that as a gift for someone.
Oh, wouldn't that be great? Your coworkers would love you.
I really wanted that creepy looking cat last night.
A creepy looking, the cat. Oh my gosh, that cat was hysterical.
I told Kim I was going to send it to her and she's like, you better not.
I saw that.
Like, it's hilarious. So I was like, fine, I'll send it to Christy because Christy was being sassy and I was like, I'm going to send you this creepy looking cat.
It was like the devil cat.
I feel like a lot of vintage animals are pretty creepy. Like, no?
They are. They have, like, I don't know what the folks in Japan that were designing these were doing, but they all look, I mean, like, you got the side-eye Santas, you've got the creepy looking
like the drunk Santas.
Drunk Santas, you got the creepy elves, and then you've got the animals that no one knows what they are. Like, are they a bear or a dog? Like a pig dog.
They're like, this is a cat, this is a fox. Like,
it's like we'll just decide that we're going to put a peacock and a turtle dove together and make a mystery creature.
I know those cats that Sam had yesterday at Thrift Geo, like, they were pretty tall cats. I was like, is this a fox? Because, like, the body was so long. Like,
oh, I know. I was like, what is
but
that?
at least the faces weren't creepy.
Yeah, the faces weren't bad on that, but that
I'm always looking for deer figurines, but like some of those old ones, I'm like, okay, why are the faces so creepy on everything? I'm like, I want cute ones, not like scary ones, unless I want it for Halloween.
Yeah, like I don't want a creepy looking animal staring at me,
I know.
And I showed the knee hugger that I love the little knee huggers because they have just the funniest little delightful faces. And I showed it to my friend tonight. We were video chatting and I showed it to her and she goes, oh man, that thing is creepy. Take it away. It's staring into my soul. I'm like, well, it's vintage Japan from the 1950s. What do you expect? I've got some great things on small channel sales. Some of those big channels, you don't have a chance. It's true because there's so many people watching. Like that night that Jeffrey had over 1,000 people watching. It was amazing. And I was so excited for him. But I tried to get a vintage turkey baster and I was like 10th on the list. I was like, yeah, my internet's not strong enough for this. I need Shirley Pearl's internet.
There's this group on Facebook, real quick, called Weird Secondhand Finds That Just Need to Be Shared. Oop. Like, this group is hilarious. Like, speaking of creepy things, like, that group, they have some really pretty things sometimes that are just, random, but they also have, like, the weird things that people find at thrift stores, like, just random. Like, earlier there was, like, a Young and the Restless collector's plate, and then one there was, like, a random Chucky, like, doll's head, like, just like kind of torn up sitting there on the shelf, like, but I love it. Like, it's like people find like the weirdest things, or like things and like normal things but in like bizarre colors and like the weirdest things. I'm like, I love this group. Like, how did I not know about this?
Follow them.
Yeah, I'll have to suggest, like, invite you to the group.
Yeah, please do. I'd love to see.
Melody said she's in that group.
Oh, I'm missing some chat here. Nancy saying, I like the vintage snowman, but do not see old ones often. And I do not like Frosty. Yeah, I love vintage snowman, but I'm very particular about how they look. I agree. What's the mystery box? Tammy, there is several channels that are doing mystery boxes, and basically they're just filling the box with vintage items. And you don't know what you're going to get, which is kind of the fun of it. And you can get it through different sales. Fatbird Finds is the one that kind of started it, and they've been doing mystery boxes. And Angela got one from Jackie, a Crafty Jackie. So a lot of channels are doing
Stephanie too. She was my first mystery box.
Who?
Stephanie at Thrifting Adventures.
Oh, yeah, Stephanie's been doing a lot.
I still need to share some. I think I did share pictures, but yeah, I'm gonna put some of her ornaments on my little tree back there, so I'll have to share some more pictures then.
Oh, Joni, you'll be having a game where you can win a deluxe custom mystery box. Whoa, that sounds incredible.
Excuse me.
That's okay.
I also sell my medication.
Oh, go for it. I also sell them on Etsy for $35, including shipping. I really love doing the custom ones specific to a person. That is fun, Joni. When Barb won my mystery box at Winking Owl Antiques on my first sale, there was the bar was set high because it was, of course, Barb, and I wanted it to be perfect. So I hope I included a little bit of things that represented myself, like what I collect, but also things that she would like. So hopefully I did that. I didn't find any restaurant wear to include in there, but I wish I had.
Don't judge me, Katie.
Oh, I'm not going to judge you, but I certainly can't. I'm sorry. I'm not a Pepsi drinker. Only Coke in this house for me.
I've been trying to every once in a while.
Well, there's nothing wrong with having a little soda now and again. And if you like Pepsi, more power to you. Jay Teofane is awesome. He has a great channel. His channel is Dallas City Vintage. He is just so delightful to watch, and he has some great content. So go check
out. Watch his ASMR video.
Oh, yes, I know.
That was hilarious.
I'm not a fan of the knee huggers either. Yeah, some people aren't, Nancy, and they do have a specific look, so you got to get used to their little faces. I don't know that I would want like a whole collection of them, just because I don't know that I want to wake up in the middle of the night to get water in my kitchen and see them staring at me. It might creep me out a bit.
I know. Basically, I only want some that maybe I could put in a wreath now or something.
Oh, yeah, like Michael's doing. Have you seen Michael Todd's wreaths? They're amazing.
I've been meaning, I want to get down to the antique market, so hopefully Thursday, since I'm off, I'm hoping to go down there and, source some, some Christmas supplies, like little Santas or knee huggers or pixies or something that I could put on some wreaths or my crafts that I want to do with those boxes. And I also I've been looking to get a crock for the kitchen, so hopefully I can get down there Thursday and find some vintage goodies.
I hope so, Angela. So tell me about the boxes. What are you planning to do with those?
Let me grab a couple. One sec. Oop.
I
Sorry.
watched Miss Pamela and Thrift You for the laughs. Me too. I discovered Pamela and I have just so enjoyed her channel. She reminds me of my elderly neighbor, Maybell. She's just a delightful lady who lives next door to me. And she has that spunky Southern spirit like Miss Pamela does. And it just cracks me up. And it's so warm and inviting.
So I have like um one side. One side is shiny. It says like "May your Christmas be merry and bright." They look
Oh,
almost like a gift bag, but they're like hard. And so I want to put like this one. I bought a bunch of flowers and berries and like little things. So like how Sarah does, I was thinking I could put some floral foam in here. And this one says "Joy to the World." And put like the little characters on top, like if I could find little deer or a snowman or Santa, and put some berries and stuff like up here, kind of like a display on top of the box with some little fake snow coming down. I thought if I could, find the supplies. If not, I might just go with the flowers and maybe some little, the things sticking up. Like I have these little gold, I don't know what they're called, but they're more like a branch or something. So maybe just floral, but I thought like maybe I could sell these to people at work, like a little centerpiece or something,
oh,
or
yeah.
on here on Instagram or something.
I think that would be so cute.
So
I love the idea of going to find vintage items.
yeah, I need to look through our Christmas stuff, but yeah, I want to go see what they got at that place. I haven't been there like for months. It's just been hectic.
I've been hearing a lot from Misty and other people that Dollar Tree has apparently some pretty good, like
Yeah,
small vintage inspired, I should say,
this
items.
is where I got these boxes actually. I got
That's
like
amazing.
4 or 5 of them, and they have like ribbons, like nice glossy, like shiny ribbons, and then one side is like only one side has like the shiny metallic, but I have like a couple other ones, and they're florals. Some of them are a lot better. They have like berries. There's like velvet flowers. I don't know if I have any in this. Like, there's kind of like felted flowers on here too. It's hard to tell, but like they have some nicer floral picks, and they got vintage window clings, I think too. But so yeah, they've been really stepping it up at Dollar Tree.
Yeah, the Dollar Tree, don't underestimate them. I started getting all my greeting cards from them, like when I need a birthday card or something, because their birthday cards, and not every Dollar Tree is the same, but ours have really nice cards, almost the quality of Hallmark. And I go there and I get my tissue paper from there. And, I don't buy everything from Dollar Tree, but I gotta say, they're pretty good.
And their glass supplies, like I mean, I haven't got some of them, but like they have like margarita glasses and things like that are like they're heavy duty, like thick, nice
Yeah.
glasses and their mugs and stuff. And so I'll get like vases from there to do with crafts. I mean, like they're good quality for paying $1. Like, like if you need champagne flutes or a margarita glass for a party, like it's pretty good.
Yeah, go for it. I some of those stuff is great and people do a lot of good crafts with that.
So, Sam said I don't think she can share her link because she's not a moderator.
Oh, Sam, hang on. Let me do that for you.
But I put your link in here. But yeah, I think you do have to be a moderator for it to show as a link, or else it just shows as text.
Yeah, it does. Let me make
That's
you
what happened to me too before.
let me make you a moderator, Sam. Hang on just a second. Let's see. Okay. Let me get into the chat here. Okay. Yeah. Where are you, Sam? Okay, there you go. You should be a moderator now. Okay, there. You should be a moderator. All set to go. And Victoria wants to know when I'll be posting the Christmas decorations. Yes, I'll be posting the Christmas decorations soon. I have not got my aluminum tree yet, but my first video will be not this week because there's a lot of collaborations coming out this week, but next week I'll be doing a video on my vintage Christmas. Thanks, Joni, for helping out with people wondering about the mystery box. Oh, Nancy's on that Facebook page too, and you had read farther ahead in the chat than I had, and Melody is as well. Oh, I love knee huggers. I grew up with Japan stuff, so it's just normal to me. Yeah, they are. They're kind of one of those things that you kind of hate to love, I guess, because of their faces.
Well, those ones they had last night, I think they had two knee huggers together. They had cute faces, but the sprites, those were a little creepy. Because sometimes, like, their eyebrows are just so, like pointed, and it's like, okay. They're like,
they're glaring at you.
I'm like, well, okay, calm down. Like, we need a little more curve here.
I agree.
Don't yell at me.
That's the thing that Vinny and I were talking about when we did the Coca-Cola Tray show live on his channel on Saturday, was that the Coca-Cola Sprite Boy that was only out during the war they used it as a way to lift people's spirits. It is really creepy, and I don't collect anything with the Coca-Cola Sprite Boy, but a lot of people love him. And Vinny has one tray featuring the Sprite Boy, but he was saying he thought it was creepy too. That's the way it looked.
I'll have to look that up.
Let me see if I can find. I don't know if this is going to show up, but I'll find that. Oh, you got looking for a vomit clock. Those things are so fun.
No. I just found out about those recently. I'm like, oh, no. That makes me kind of nauseous.
They are a little bit to look at. That's true.
I mean, the ones that look like teeth, like, no, I can't handle that. Like, okay, Joni said if you have 100+ subs, you can go into basic info and create a vanity URL with your YouTube name.
Oh, that's good.
Okay, well then I just need like 6 more subs and then I can change it.
This is a story I should make a video about. I was accused of killing Frosty by some poor kid at a bonfire. Oh no, Nancy, we got to hear that story on your channel.
Sandra's first wrench. Yay!
Yay, Sandra. I'm happy to do that. I did my mystery box sale on Sunday. Oh, that's awesome. Yes, Sandra, I'm sorry I missed your sale on Sunday.
I missed the mystery box. I think I was having dinner. I was trying to watch, but I think I missed it.
Woohoo, Sandra. Yay. Yes, you got it. Yay.
Just getting tech savvy.
Yep, you're getting on the up and up. Oh, Dawn was hilarious at Lucid Sale. I'm glad she was in the chat.
I know. I don't know what's going on with that.
Oh yeah, Dawn getting blocked on channel.
She says it's weird on Thrift You and it's Stephanie's that she can't get on. So I don't. She said at least Sam told her how to put her name in lowercase. I was like, small victories at least.
Yeah,
do that, but hopefully she emailed them and they can like figure it out.
I hope so, because I don't know what happened. Like, I know that none of us put her, and none of us that are moderators would ever put Dawn in timeout. Like, we all love Dawn.
And people said, like, we're saying that I think if it wasn't Thrift You, it's supposed to be temporary. But, like, so maybe it is a YouTube thing. But, yeah, I mean, even if people did it by accident, I would think that it would, not stay forever,
Well, yeah, because, that's happened to me. Like the other day, Louie was out, and Louie likes to dive bomb me, out of nowhere. She just is trying to be friendly, and she just comes pouncing on me while I'm on the couch, and her little paws press someone and time them out. And I felt terrible about it. I was like, oh, no. I wasn't trying to time the person out that was speaking Spanish because I knew that they were just saying good night in Spanish to everybody. But poor Louie timed them out. And I was like, oops. But, I know that they'll be timed out only for 5 minutes and they can come back. So it shouldn't block someone from the channel.
Yeah.
As a moderator, Angela, I don't know if you find this, but you can't physically block someone from the channel, I don't think.
Yeah, and I would think because there is a block, but then I'm like, yeah, then I would think it only blocks that person, like from me from seeing that person.
Yeah, from you. That's all it does. And if you do the timeout, even if each moderator, say there's 3 moderators and we all put that person in timeout, they're only going to be gone, 15 minutes because it's 5 minutes per wrench.
Thank you, Dana. And hello, Christina Aguilar.
Yes, every Saturday night, Pamela's sale is at 8 p.m. The vomit clock. Oh, yes, you got to look that up. Oh, Angela, you ready for this?
Oh, okay. Yes, I have seen him.
I mean, look at his face. Is he not terrifying?
I actually like that one.
You like him?
Not too bad. I mean, his eyebrows aren't that crazy.
Well, okay. Yeah, I mean, it is the eyebrows. I will agree. But his eyes are just...
I'm going to change that to my, photo and call you and just have it, bam, right there up on the screen.
I'll be like, no. It's not as bad as a clown. Clowns are like, ooh. I don't like vintage clowns because they're so creepy looking. And Vinny's so nice on his channel. He warned Misty and he's like, Misty and me. He's like, okay, clown time. Misty and Katie, look away.
Yeah, I don't care for them, but I can handle looking at them.
Nancy, tell that story on my challenge about you killing Frosty. Yes, Nancy, you still got time to join in on Joni's challenge. It's going to go live tomorrow and you can post it anytime. There's no specific time it has to be uploaded. So yes, you should definitely tell that. Yes, they look like teeth. Yeah. Angela, you're not a big fan of the vomit clocks, huh?
No. Gross.
Thank you, Dana. Yes. Guys, I'm really behind on the chat. I'm sorry. How do you do that, Vintageous? I am getting timed out. Are you, Christina? Has that been happening to you? Someone accidentally timed me out the other day, and they felt really badly about it. It was on the sale that comes on before Patrick's.
Jackie?
Not Jackie. Oh my goodness, everybody's name I'm trying to keep up with. They're on before, she's on before Patrick. Geez Louise.
Now we gotta pull, where's our sale?
Yeah, pull the calendar up.
Cindy's thrifting again?
Yes, that's it. I got timed out.
There's a schedule.
The schedule.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Yay, Angela.
I have to do that constantly. I'm like, wait, who's on? What time?
Yeah, I'm like checking back on your schedule all the time when I'm posting mine on my stories because I'm like, wait a minute, okay, I need to remember this. And then you told me the other day someone was having a craft sale, and I was like, yeah, I'll write that down.
Mary, I know.
And then I forgot it, and I was like, oh.
That's okay. I shared something.
In the chat, they said a couple of times they had bumped Dawn, so maybe too many during it caused YouTube to block a person. Oh, that's possible. Well, and the other thing that I found with YouTube is that I think something's been going really strange lately where because on some chats, I can't see people, and it's really weird. Like the other night on Patrick's, I was trying to keep track for him, and I think several other people were my backup. So Nate was typing in who won, and I was writing everything down. And then Joni was also helping. And I announced the winner. And then Nate was like, no, that's not the person that got it. And I literally could not see that person in the chat. They were not there. And I was like, what the heck is going on with this? And it's happened to me on several other sales. So I don't know.
Oh, good night, Joni. Get
Night,
some
Jane.
rest.
Yes, please sleep. Ventadra is saying you record the story and then you add the playlist from my channel to yours and then upload the video. Yeah, so upload the video if you're wanting to participate in Joni's collaboration. Just upload the video on your channel like you normally would do. And at the end, schedule it for tomorrow at whatever time you want it to go live, and then add it to Joni's playlist. And here's the playlist link, and you should be able to add it as a collaborator. I guess I'm going to start to make a new video then, better than the one I had started about working through the setbacks when you can see a stream of water coming through my ceiling. Oh, well, any video you post, Nancy, we want to see. Cindy, yes, Melody, that's it. Thank you. YouTube has been weird ever since that huge blackout they had all over the world when their servers went down. Yes, and they've done updating. So the YouTube app, I don't know if you noticed this, Angela, that the YouTube app is different now. The layout is different.
Yeah, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, because they're all owned by the same people, right?
Yeah, I think they're all owned by the same person.
I'm like, stop moving things, and you change everything to like a picture, but I don't know what it means. So I'm like, wait, what am I clicking on?
Yeah, well, Instagram just randomly updated one day, and Nate messaged me and was like, hey, I can't post anymore from my computer. And I'm like, yeah, you can't. I couldn't find a way to post either from my laptop. But
well, hopefully whatever they're doing eventually like mellows out, and it's for the better.
I was like, yeah, YouTube needs to get their stuff together.
Sounds like my computer system at work.
Yeah, it's like we all have sales to get to and things to do. Well, I don't want to keep you up too late, Angela. For me, I know you're in Central Time Zone, but it's 1:32 in the morning here.
Well, I don't want to keep you up. I was just going to say I need to plug in the laptop because it's like about to turn red, but
oh no, well, I'll let you get going then, but thank you for joining me on the live tonight. Your bell ringing was absolutely perfect.
Thank you. My little cardinal thanks you. All right.
Well, I love doing the lives with you, Angela. We got to do this more often. It's a lot of fun.
Thank you for sure. Thank you for having me on, and I'm like starting to roast in here, so
No,
this is the perfect timing. I need to get my hair up. So
yep, get your hair up, get in your pajamas, and get cool by a fan.
Yeah, which is ridiculous because it's like 20 outside, but not
everybody's drifting off here to sleep, so I'll let you guys go. Angela, you want to say the ending with me? Do you know what I normally say?
I can't remember.
I put you on the spot. I always say, stay in, stay safe, and binge YouTube.
Oh, yes. Binge Katie's channel, binge all these people in the chat, follow them. Let's let them hit their goals before the end of 2020. Let's get there.
Yep. Come on, guys. We can do it. Subscribe to everybody you can. And of course, always be kind. And I love you guys. Thanks for watching this reading. I will have more readings coming up soon. Go subscribe to Angela's channel. She is fabulous. Check out the calendar on Instagram. You can find her at A Marksberry. And I hope for now that you guys will stay in, stay safe, and binge YouTube. Bye-bye now.
Yeah. Bye.